Hello, my name is Landers Weekly, and today I will be addressing a significant problem that this wonderful island faces: traffic congestion. Galveston, Texas is growing more and more each day. Every time I step outside, I see a change. There are ships coming in and out of harbor, cranes erecting steel structures, and construction workers remodeling and refurbishing historic buildings. With all this industrious work comes tourism, and they're coming in by land, sea, and air to get a glimpse of the up-and-coming island we call home. Traffic is undoubtedly the worst problem on the island, especially on the quote-unquote big weekends, which leads to congestion from an imbalance in the supply of parking and road space. Here, I will propose and broadly define the problems and solutions associated with the traffic congestion in Galveston. This island is continuing to grow at a rapid rate, which brings more people and their vehicles. Ubiquitous traffic from starry-eyed tourists leads to a collective abandonment of common sense and willingness to obey simple traffic laws. All of this directly coincides with the issuing of parking tickets, citations, and in worst cases, fatalities. Being that most local schools and communities oppose the proposition for making more road space because of historical, social, health, and environmental reasons, it makes it a tough prospect in the expanding and addition of new roads. This socially active city will only continue to press towards the future. On these weekends I'm referring to, travel time could take 50 to 75% longer during rush hour times. This traffic congestion leaves drivers and passengers stressed from the unpredictable travel times and congested roads. Some of the solutions we could go over to make this recommendation work. Pedicabs. They're a possibility. I see a couple around town recently, but we need to get more. They seem to work well in Austin and will directly benefit everyone involved. They're not only good for the environment, but would provide jobs for college students and act as a tourist attraction like the horse and carriages do on the Strand. It would be a much quicker and efficient way to maneuver around the island. Now, this is the worst case scenario, but definitely an option. We could raise homeowner taxes to pay for the work. We could strategically place more parking meters around the island and use the money from either of those things to fund public transit systems. Now, a more frugal approach would be to simply synchronize the traffic lights on Sewell Boulevard and Broadway to keep traffic moving. This will result in less time waiting and less pollution. We could add a turning lane on Broadway, and that will keep traffic moving consistently. If this city continues to grow in population and the infrastructure doesn't grow, it is inevitable it will only worsen. How about bringing the trolley back downtown? It would not only serve as a tourist attraction, but would directly benefit locals as well. In most cities, the people who use public transportation, such as trains, trolleys, subways, and buses, are the movers and shakers going to their everyday job. Here, it is viewed by most people that the use of public transportation means you are indigent. This is a problem all in itself. We need to find a way to persuade people to use public transportation for the good of their wallets and especially the environment. We have to mitigate such concerns by offering a faster, cleaner, more convenient, and more reliable alternative to public transportation so everyone can get on board. Bus rapid transit for faster transit services at a low cost for locals and tourists alike. Obviously, subways are out of the question for this island, but there are other numerous solutions. Commuting on a bike is one of them, but in some cases can be riskier and more time-consuming than driving a vehicle. Maybe building a light rail or issuing a bus fleet that would take the edge off and allow an easier, quicker commute for Galvestonians and tourists. We must form a diverse coalition, otherwise this will never work. We need community representatives to provide political leadership and funding. These are all things that we should consider when weighing our options for the solutions to the growing traffic problems. This island is continuing to grow and will continue to grow into the future. We need to address this problem before it's too late. We must eradicate this malignancy that blights this beautiful island before it gets completely out of hand and we end up with a traffic problem like Austin, Texas. Thank you.